like what you're saying, because I believe in everything that you said. What was the name of that lady that had that?
Her name is Breen Brown. She has a video on TED.com. Go there and search for it. It's fantastic. It's on this whole subject. TED.com. TED.com. Breen Brown. BRENE. Any question about your situation that I can take? Got a couple of minutes.
I'm a single parent. There's a little bit more of an issue trying to date a parent.
Yeah, you have to really get real about being a parent and your children. Are your children young?
I have a 10-year-old.
Yes. So when you're single and you have a young child or children, you have to be willing to get very real right up front with people and tell them, children, until my children are adults, they're my first priority. I'm only going to do what's right for them. I'm dating you to discover if you could be a good person to be in my children's lives. But that's something that you need to know right now. People who get that will love it. People who don't, you just say, next. Another question? Yes?
You said to get into these discussions of these things in about the third date or so.
Yes, I did.
I'm a very outside-the-box person, and I fall into some minority categories that have run through a lot of these issues, and some of these things need to be explained, and it takes, while I would want to, of course, reveal all these interests before a relationship gets too far, getting into it too much in the beginning before there's a real rapport will also just scare people off. I'm wondering about finding the right point at which, let's say after...
excuse me, what's your first name?
Robert.
Robert, is this how you talk on dates?
Not usually.
Okay, good. Because I agree
It's
with
too
you.
abstract, I guess. Never mind.
If you get into abstraction and rambling, it will be off-putting. Here's what I know for sure. Being yourself and being real is attractive. Okay? Being yourself and being real. And I don't think that takes a lot of philosophical rambling and hum-a-hum. I think it is being who you are. And one of the best ways to show who you are is to tell your stories. Tell your life story. Kind of like I did at the beginning. This is who I am, this is how I live my life. I want to hear your story.
So you're sort of preaching to the choir here, and I notice that we're like 80% women.
Yeah.
And men are often coming from a different place, and are not really open to being convinced of the purpose of dating.
Of what? What is it you think men have to be convinced of?
The purpose of dating.
The person, I don't think they have to be convinced. I guarantee it. The world is full of men who get it. The purpose of dating is about getting married.
Then where are they?
Where are they?
I was like, we're up against it. If we had the time, I would start a dialogue about that with some of the guys in the room. This is what men are up against, is that women don't believe that they can be for real, and I assure you they can be. I run a group of CEOs, and they're all male except for one woman. They're all long-term, happily married men. And I'll tell you this, one of the members of my group got divorced last year. He wasn't single, but a nanosecond. I mean, it didn't take any time for him to meet somebody else. The guys who did it aren't single long, okay? So you have to have your eyes wide open and be out there and really be willing to be vulnerable and be yourself, because that is attractive to men who are interested in marriage. Other questions? Yes.
How come women, like I've been single for 8 years. My ex got married, had a girlfriend right after we got separated, and is married and has another kid. And most of the women I talk to are like that. They're single forever, and the guys, they're right on to the next person. Why is that?
Well, first of all, I don't believe all single women are single forever. I think some are. And I think some single men are single forever. And here's what I would say to you is that you a long, long, long time to let the guard down and to be real, and to be vulnerable on dates. If you have a bad picker, you know, you're like me, you look around the room and try to find the most emotionally unavailable person you possibly can. You will waste years of your single life, and you will be single a long time. You have to get smart up front about discerning who is good for you and who is bad for you. And if you get smart about that and quick about that, you won't waste so much time, and you will not be single much longer. Everyone here could be married, could be engaged a year from today. I won't say you'll be married because I think sometimes it takes longer to get there than others. But every single one of you could be happily in a committed relationship a year from today if you just simply get smart up front. Don't waste your time with people who are bad for you and people who are emotionally unavailable and who are damaged. Do your reading up on that and find out what that is all about. How many of you here have read my book, Temptations of the Single Girl? Anyone here has read it? You want to say anything about it to the other women?
I thought it was spot on. I thought you were right on.
What is it? It is about? It is about being able to quickly spot the kind of guys who are never going to make a commitment, who are not going to love you, so you don't waste your time. So that's the answer. Is if you've been a single a long time, to ask yourself, how am I not being smart as I make these choices up front? How much am I wasting my time on the wrong people? And then when I do sit in front of someone who could be a right person, am I too guarded? Have I got the wall up so high that no one can get over it? It's over here that you discover those things and search through them. I think I've used up all my time.
Name of the book again?
Temptations of the Single Girl. And I'll send you a link to my website if you'll sign the little sign-up sheet on your table. Be sure and leave